Yeah, Steffi.
Well, I was
One of the best small school rivalries in all of the Buckeye State renews tonight on a crispy fall evening in Danville, where the Blue Devils will look to play themselves into postseason action against an East Knox squad trying to earn a share of the KMAC championship with a win here tonight. So there's a lot riding on the outcome of this awesome Week 10 conference showdown, and it's all coming your way, live and free. Next.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast. Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Mazza's restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. As former alumni of East Knox, Mazza's would like to wish the Bulldogs good luck. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
While many things have changed over the past 100 years, we remain the only locally owned and operated community bank in Knox County. A bank of local people making local decisions. It's that concept that has awarded the People's Bank a 5-star superior rating for strength and stability with Bauer Financial Services for over 25 years. The People's Bank, serving you since 1920.
Hi, this is Brock Ross from the Danville office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I want to wish the Danville Blue Devils all the best for a great season.
And this is Dee Scott from the Apple Valley office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I'm here to wish the East Knox Bulldogs an awesome season.
We may root for different teams, but we are together in our efforts to service the financial needs of our neighbors and friends in the Knox County area.
Supporting our community is even more important today. So contact me, Dee Scott, at the Apple Valley office.
Or me, Brock Ross, at Danville.
The Killbuck Savings Bank, your community partner, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Heated rivals East Knox and Danville are just about set for battle in the 65th playing of the Devil Dog game as our live and free coverage of Week 10 KMAC action begins right now. Good evening, folks, and welcome to Tough Street Stadium at Memorial Park for our Mazza's pregame coverage. I'm Brian Skronsky, joined by the illustrious Effie James. And, boy, you just cannot beat small school Ohio football, an atmosphere that you could only find at a place like right here at Danville. Effie, especially when they get together with their bitter rivals. This atmosphere is off the chain, man. This is great.
Yeah, it's really nice because the communities get involved. It's one thing if the players are, they just have disdain for the other school, but it's better than that because the communities get involved. It's a great rivalry, and these type of nights are just electric. When I walked in the stadium, you could I didn't know anything about this rivalry, but just being here, you could tell something special is going on tonight.
And last season, we saw these two teams when they met over in Howard. They really grinded it out. It was the defensive slobber-knocker type of a game. Bulldogs came out on top 7-6. I don't think that's going to be the case this year.
No, not
the high-scoring East Knox offense has put up 40-plus in 4 of their last 6 games, Effie. They have a balanced offensive attack. They're really explosive, in particular in the passing game.
Well, absolutely. Last week, I got an opportunity to see Peyton Lester in this the Bulldog offense, and like you said, they got off to a little bit of a slow start last week, but they really came to play, and their full offense was on display. Peyton Lester threw the ball well. He ran the ball well, along with their potent rushing attack. They were really balanced, and ultimately that's what won them the game. But it will be interesting to see in a rivalry game how those attributes transfer into a game like this because you can really, I don't care what the records are, you can throw them out tonight. It's all about pride and who's going to play harder and who wants it more on this evening.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up Peyton Lester. Let's take a look at his phenomenal numbers so far on the season. I love the pass touchdowns, the completion percentage, but it's all about just giving it away 2 times through 9 weeks. Effie, if you take care of the football and you're a senior quarterback, you're going to win a lot of games. That's where the Bulldogs got 7 and 9 tries.
Yeah, quarterback turnovers just absolutely kill you. Turnovers hurt you altogether, but a quarterback turnover are the ones that really hurt you the most. So the fact that he takes care of the football and understands how he has to value the football, and he has great stats, and he's productive as a quarterback really makes this East Knox offense really potent.
And here comes the East Knox Bulldogs out onto the field, and you can feel the energy, the electricity in the air. It's starting to pick up a little bit. They got the AC/DC soundtrack playing out here. The team's walking out onto the field, and here comes Danville as well, charging out as they're getting ready to break through the paper here and just light up this crowd. It just don't get much better for my money. Small-town Ohio football than the Devil Dog game. There goes those dogs. And let's talk a bit more about Danville. They check in at just 4-5 tonight, Effie, but this team's been competitive, man.
Sure.
Their losses to Centerburg and Northmore, 2 of the top front runners in the league, by just 1 score. They've only been held under 10 once. So this is a scrappy squad. Even though East Knox on paper looks like they should be a big favorite, hold the phone, buddy. This is going to be a good game.
Well, absolutely. They're at home. They're playing their rivalry game, and this team, from what I've been hearing, they've got the speed to compete. They've got the competitiveness. They've got the toughness, which is huge in this type of football game. And really, again, it's all about how they get started. Can they get off to a good start and not make those penalties, make those mistakes, to give this East Knox team any more advantage than they have as far as the record goes. But Danville is a quality team. We're expecting a competitive football game here tonight.
And for the Blue Devils, let's take a look and shine the spotlight here on Caden Colopy, leading the league with 44 catches, almost 600 yards, and he's a really sure-handed guy, Effie. 13.2 yards per reception, but he catches it a bunch, so they're looking for him in the passing game. He didn't have a starting quarterback, Max Payne, early in the year, and he was still able to churn out a lot of yards, get a lot of catches. Now that Max is back into the fold, he's healthier. He's starting to turn it up a notch even more.
Well, absolutely. Having that reliable target is huge for a quarterback, no matter what your offensive set is, and Colopy is that consistent hand that he has to go to, and this team can count on with those league-leading stats and receptions. He is one that's going to have to come to play tonight. He's going to have to make plays. Those catches won't be easy to come by tonight, but the big-time players have got to make big plays in a rivalry game and a final game, which, as we talked about earlier, could mean a lot for them going into the postseason.
No question about it. Right now, Danville sits at number 12 in D7 Region 27. May drop out of the top 16 with a loss here tonight. You don't know what's going to happen below them, but I can guarantee you this. If they knock off the Bulldogs, they are going to catapult at least 2 to 3 spots. That's what the point system will tell you. So there's a ton that the Bulldogs could lose tonight, of course, with the KMAC championship, and a lot to be gained by the Blue Devils.
Absolutely. And that's why, again, the focus tonight and the coaches tonight are really – they don't have to talk about excitement and getting their guys ready to play as far as being hyped. It's about focus tonight. And as coaches in rivalry games, it's about keeping your players focused, playing one play at a time, one step at a time.
So we are underway. Low squib kick taken on the run by Danville. And they're going to set up shop right about the 34-yard line.
And Danville, as they come out, they've got to be thinking to themselves, look, we've got nothing, no reason to hold anything back tonight. We've got to come out, play hard. As coaches, we've got to coach hard. We've got to, throw tradition out of the window and do what we can to win this ball game.
Be Max Payne in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right. And they'll play action and looking for Colopy in the passing game. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted by Lester. Let's go ahead and meet the starting defense for the Bulldogs here tonight. I just mentioned Lester having a phenomenal year at the cornerback position, but they have got some studs, particularly in the middle at that linebacking core. All 3 levels for the Bulldogs, pretty solid.
Solid play. They read the football well. They play the ball well in the secondary and at the line of scrimmage. They are a tough defensive unit.
Going to be 2nd down and 10 now after the incompletion. Payne this time will give to Parker, who's got a lot of running room to the outside. He's going to squeeze through. Deion Parker to the outside. A lot of room to run. Looking for another block on Lester, who makes a sensational tackle there.
Wow.
Huge play for the Danville Blue Devils.
How about Lester? He is, and I think, yeah, he had a great angle, but that was great speed by Peyton Lester to save a touchdown. But either way, that is a huge run by the Blue Devils and puts them right on the door of some points here early in the first quarter.
Payne from the shotgun Bulldogs, stacking up the box, loading it here, showing blitz off the left side. Payne's going to run that way. And he is going to get swallowed up, driven backwards after he lost a little bit. And here is the starting offense for Danville, led by Max Payne. Parker's in the backfield. We talked about Colopy already. Walker Weckester, he's been an interesting dynamic playmaker for them. He's a true wide receiver. He played quarterback earlier in the year with Max Payne having an injured throwing hand. So they've got some guys out there that have got a lot of offensive experience, and they've showcased already here tonight. They can be explosive.
Absolutely. Deion Parker, a guy with some great speed, and as you can tell, a game breaker here as they get ready to run a 2nd down play in the red zone.
They're going to fake it to Parker, wide open out in the flat. But tackled on the play there was Briar Boshart, 5'9" sophomore. And it'll be 3rd down goal coming up here for the Blue Devils. And, this could be big either way for the Bulldogs, man, but what a momentum changer if you can hold them out of the end zone. And
Absolutely.
For Danville, if you can strike first, that can be big time.
Yeah, this is a big-time stop here for the Bulldog defense. If they can weather that huge play by Parker, I'm sure they'd be happy with a field goal attempt here.
Here comes Payne all the way right side, and he's in there for a Blue Devil touchdown. So Danville on the board first, just over a minute into the ball game.
And that play, it looked like it could have been a pass option, but it was run all the way for Payne. He was looking like he could throw it, but I don't think there was a doubt in his mind he was going to run as fast as he could to the corner of that end zone and try to get in, which he did.
And the PAT tacked on, so the Blue Devils with a 7-0 advantage here
on
their bitter rivals out the gate, all set up by the huge run from Deion Parker.
Yeah, Deion Parker really, like you said, he got through. He had contact right at the line of scrimmage, and he just turned on the Jets. And, you know, had not been for the great speed of Peyton Lester from the other side, that would have been a touchdown run. But nonetheless, Danville gets an early score. Just what we were talking about earlier, getting off to a good start here in this game tonight. And now they got to be feeling good about where they stand. Their defense is going to come in this game with a lot of confidence and trying to get off the field and see if they can do it again.
Yeah, it always bodes well to score
Absolutely.
first in any sport. And here's what I drew up, Effie, for our keys to tonight's victory for Danville if they're going to get it. And according to me, I think they got to get a couple of turnovers here.
Yeah.
Force the Bulldogs into mistakes that they have not made throughout the season. You know, you don't want to necessarily put the entire load on Peyton Lester's arm because he's pretty darn good and he can beat you. But if you can limit Cole DeLauder and force him to throw, it at least makes him one-dimensional. You saw Payne Colopy already in the early portion of this game. That's what I think needs to happen for Danville. But scoring first, obviously, that helps a little bit,
That helps a lot. And, you know, last week against Highland, East Knox struggled. Highland came out and really was very physical ball game. And if, you know, Danville could bring that defensively, that can give the Bulldogs some trouble here early.
There's Brayson Davis going after that football for the Bulldogs. Limited to almost no return right there. So let's meet the offense now for East Knox, led by Lester. DeLauder's going to be in the backfield, and boy, they have got some phenomenal wideouts. Moreland, Knepp, and Steinmetz, all of them over 20 catches on the year. Shane Knepp leads the KMAC in touchdown grabs. He definitely has a nose for the end zone. They use him a little bit in the running game, too, and a pretty solid offensive front.
Weapons all over the field for the Bulldogs.
Here's a first down play. They're going to pitch it outside to Lauder. Gets swallowed up after a short loss on the play. So Danville takes him backwards, and here is the starting defensive unit for the Blue Devils here tonight. Really like the secondary of this team. They got some physical players out there, showcase a lot of speed too, and then across the defensive front, they got some big guys, but they can also move. On second down, it's Steinmetz. Upended after a gain of only one. So it's quickly third down, and boy, what a huge spot here for this Blue Devils defense to keep riding that wave of momentum, get the defense off the field, get it right back to your offense that just drove down and scored.
Well, you talked about their secondary, and it's going to be important for their secondary to come up and field just as they did that last play, as the Bulldogs are going to try to run out on the perimeter. Their secondary, and I think we're going to have a offsides here. Yep.
The hard count there. Got Wyatt Wessaker a little bit overzealous. So came crashing into the left side of that Bulldog front.
Yeah, those are tough. It brings up still 3rd and 5 here, but, you know, those penalties change the play call. No question there's a change in the play call here from 3rd and 10 to 3rd and 5.
Lester looks over to the sideline to see if they want to keep rolling with the play called in the huddle. Now making some changes. Devils showing blitz, and they'll just drop back. Only rush 4. And I believe that is a catch. It's going to be short. About a yard shy, maybe. Well, actually, one official down here is indicating that they're going to move the chains. That's huge.
That is a beautiful spot if you are a Bulldog fan. That is a beautiful spot for a Bulldog fan.
Gift wrapped first down.
Yeah, it was a pinpoint pass, hit him right on the numbers. He was able to fall forward. But like we said, that was a generous spot that time for the visiting team.
So Lester quickly up to the line. Hands it off this time. DeLauder breaks free of the first wave of defenders and then pushed out of bounds after a gain of looks like about 10 more.
Yeah, DeLauder, physical finisher as a runner, and that time he broke through some contact, got to the second level. And if you are a second-level defender and you've got to tackle DeLauder, bring your hat, because he is going to finish. He finishes his runs very physically like he did that time and fell forward for about a 9-yard gain.
And just a sophomore, too, so plenty of room to grow. Already listed at 6 foot, about $190. Second and short. Dogs need one. I thought they might have moved early. No flag came out.
Ooh.
And I think it kind of threw off DeLauder, too, as he slipped down, gained maybe a half a yard. So it'll be third down. Bulldogs need, boy, it looks like about a foot. Actually, from my vantage point, it looks like they got it.
Right. That's
real close.
Yeah, that was really close. But like you said, certainly there was some movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Yeah.
Didn't get called, but third and short nonetheless.
Full house backfield. Devils bringing the heat. It's Knepp pushing his way, and the Dogs will pick it up.
Just enough. And we talked about how the Blue Devils were going to have to be physical, and they are. Their defensive line is, they're a little bit smaller than the Bulldogs up front, but they are playing really physical and not giving an inch on the offensive line and making it tough sledding for the Bulldogs.
Fresh set here for Leicester as they've broken into enemy territory. DeLauder off the left side. Kept the legs churning. 4-yard gain. So it'll be second down, manageable here for East Knox.
And right now you can see with the Bulldogs offensively, they see they're playing, the Blue Devils are playing with 2 deep safeties, and so the numbers say, just strictly by the numbers say run the football, and that's what the Bulldogs are doing right now, taking advantage of the blocking advantage.
They come out trips here to the right side, looking the other way as Leicester going up top, one-on-one coverage, but winning that time the defensive back, Dustin Beckett. Great coverage.
Yeah, nice job. Step for step that time was Beckett with the receiver, and that would have had to have been, even though that was a pretty good pass, but like you said, great coverage there on that second down play. And, I'm telling you what, it's early, Brian, but the Blue Devils have come to play. They understand the game plan, and they are playing physical, and they're playing assignment football. And in this type of game, you can't make those huge mistakes and give up those big plays. And that was great coverage that time by the defensive back.
So third down now. Leicester looks left. Has to shimmy his way around some collisions and then hurdles into a big stick. Popped right there by Levi Lyons. And he's going to be short.
Wow. Yeah, that is a big shot. And as he goes up, that is a big hit by Lyons right there. No further. Stopped him midstream and bringing up a fourth down. And the Dog offense is going to stay on the field.
They're at the 40. They need the 36-yard line to move the chains. Big spot here for Leicester and company. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Devils look like they're going to shoot the A-gaps. They will. The heat comes. Leicester sidesteps it. He's got a lot of room to the outside. He's going to break the pocket. And now turns it upfield. Peyton Lester spinning his way inside of the 20. Huge first down for the Dogs.
Absolutely. Nice run by Peyton Lester. He saw there was nobody outside, and then when most quarterbacks would just step out of bounds, he spins back inside to pick up some more yardage and finishes the play. Absolutely. Great run by Lester.
And that's not something that he showcases regularly, but when he needs to, he is an athletic, playmaking type of player. Saw last week we had a top play nominee where he spun away from about 3-4 would-be tacklers.
Great.
Did the same right there. So from the outside of the red zone, Steinmetz comes in motion, jet sweep. He catches a block. And he's going to go inside of the 10. Should be first and goal on the way for East Knox.
Again, we're seeing, that balanced offense on display right now for the Bulldogs. They're running inside power, outside zone principles, and they are being successful with some of these outside runs. That was a 10-yard pickup on first down.
Leicester under center now. Tosses it. DeLauder trying to catch the edge. Now churns back inside. And after a couple of Blue Devils knocked him around, looked like he got planted at the 2.
You know, it's amazing. Now you look back at that third down play earlier in this drive where the Blue Devils had a chance to get off the field, and right now that continued that drive. That's a huge point in this game.
Delano reaching for the end zone over the goal line. He's got it. Touchdown, Dogs. So a scoring drive answered by East Knox after Danville drove the field.
And that was just power football right there for the most part by the Bulldogs. They ran inside power, outside power, and their running backs, even the quarterback, Peyton Lester, they finish runs hard. And those extra yards to cap this drive. And, man, this looks like this is going to be a great ball game.
So the PAT is up. It's true, and we are all set to square. A touchdown each in the Devil Dog game. A tradition unlike most. 65 years of tradition between these two teams. Dive a little bit inside of this rivalry here, Effie. Goes all the way back to 1964. Danville had the run and play early on in this series. They lead it by a pretty wide margin, 40-23-1. But I do believe that East Knox is going for their 5th consecutive victory in this rivalry here tonight. That's only been done one other time in the late 90s in the Devil Dog game.
Wow. You know, and again, rivalry games, it's interesting as I think we as kind of old guys look at rivalries from way back when, but these kids are only concerned about, you know, what's been like since I've been in school, what I remember. And right now both of these schools can say the games have been competitive, and East Knox have had a run, but Danville's come to play tonight. They certainly have come to play.
Would you expect anything less from these two teams? And I just love what's so neat about here and then also over in East Knox at Chet Looney is you just look beyond the perimeter of the gates. There's just people all over the place. This is truly standing room only.
Absolutely, everywhere.
That's what they call this. Jacob Hackman took a big bump over on the sideline. Brayson Davis clocked him. And the Devils offense, after they scored on their opening possession, see what they can do here on drive number 2.
All right, and I think, you know, they have the right idea. As short as that early drive was, they wanted to run the football off tackle, and they were able to break a couple big plays, which is what you said. Like they're going to have that tonight. They're going to have some big plays, create some turnovers, have some mistakes made by the Bulldogs in order to get this win.
Payne motions his man from left to right. That's Boshart. Now running left side, Parker sets a block, but he can't set the edge. Dogs feasting right there, flying to the football. Minimum pickup.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go. And like you said, immediately the edge was set. They forced Max Payne to cut back into the pursuing defense, and there was just nowhere to go on that play.
So it sets up a second down. Call it 9. And Payne's just going to hand it off. Parker this time falls forward across the 30. 8 yards is going to be needed, though, after another small gain here on second down. And a huge third down on the way for the Devils.
You know, and one of the things that the coaching staff has got to remember also, and, you know, East Knox plays with some tempo, but Danville, you know, they're gonna huddle up. They're gonna run some clock. They're gonna run the football. I think it's in their advantage to shorten this game.
They're gonna move the pocket to the right. Payne steps up now, floats it to the outside, and he's got a completion to Boshart. Going to be knocked out of bounds short.
You know, nice little quick out play, easy toss and catch for Max Payne to get him going, throwing the football. Leaves him short, but are they thinking about it here? No, I think they do have the punt unit coming on.
They need to, at the 35-yard line, their own 35.
You got to punt this one, don't you?
I've thought that in the past.
Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't.
All 11 guys in the box here for the Bulldogs as Payne going to try to run this one to the right side, and he's going to go nowhere.
You got to punt it.
Wrapped up by about 6 Bulldogs. Not a chance.
Wow. Yeah, wow, that's tough. I get it. You know, I get it, but as early as we are in this game, you know, inside your own 40, ooh, that's a tough one.
You see the emotion of the coaching staff over there for East Knox.
Well, the only way is unless you feel like you've got a great play, something that you've seen in defense. But otherwise than that, you got to punt this football away and play a little bit more defense.
I feel you on that because now the Bulldogs, you know, set up at the dinner table again where they
Absolutely.
just were. The feed is to DeLauder. He's able to tumble forward for a pickup of 3.
And so right now you got, you know, your Blue Devil defense has got a, you know, after essentially a 3 and out, now they've got to get back on the field with a short field and try to contain this Bulldog offense who, you know, they are excited to be back on the field and can smell the end zone inside their opponent's 40-yard line.
Danville just blitzes 4. And now Letzter dancing a little bit in the pocket. Knocked down basically right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd down coming up here for EK.
Good coverage that time by the Blue Devil secondary. Peyton Lester, like we said, had all day to throw. He even bought a little bit more time, but it was just nowhere to throw the football. And then the interior line for the Blue Devils came in, made the tackle. Great defensive play that time to bring up those 3rd and long.
Dogs are going to need 7. Here comes the heat from Danville, but it opens up a hole to the left side. DeLauder running through it and still going. Flag comes in late as Cole is inside of the 2-yard line. We'll have to check the penalty.
It's a hold.
It's coming back, folks.
Wow. What a big penalty. And it looked like it was one of those that the play was already gone and the hold didn't matter, but nonetheless, it's a hold and it's got to be called. And those are the ones that you hate. You know, you get a holding call when the ball's already by you, and that is a big penalty.
Yeah, here it is on the Amato's wood-fired pizza replay. Looked like Carson Steinmetz did have the outside of the jersey there, so good call by the official, but a tough break for the Dogs.
Absolutely. You certainly have to call that. But the ball was well gone past, and, you know, just one of those you'll look back on film and say, choice words.
Sure. Blitz comes from the outside on both sides, so Lester has to unload it. DeLauder drags the defender with him for about an extra yard there. Still stops shy. But obviously, there's got to be 4-down territory for East Knox at the 29-yard line, and they'll roll the dice here. 4th down, we'll call it 3. Lester and company running tempo, so it's going to force a timeout by Danville. Wanted to talk things over. This young staff just in their 2nd season and don't want to make it too easy on East Knox here.
And, you know, one of the things that you have to consider right now going into, you know, you're early in the 1st quarter. You don't want to go down. You know, if you can keep out of the end zone here, that would be great. But it's a big 4th down, so you got to make sure you got the right defensive call on. Right now, they've done a great job. The last couple 3rd downs they've had DeLauder off tackle and just really has burned them on their blitzes. So right now the defense has got to make a good call. You got to contain the quarterback because right now he's the most dangerous. Even if they drop back for a pass, you still got to account for Lester. He could run and get the 1st down if you don't account for him. So big play for the Blue Devil defense.
Quick look at our keys to victory for the Bulldogs. Brought to you by Mazza's of Mount Vernon. And you got to cash in for TDs if you're going to get down here. Effie, you better come away with 6 or 7 points. Make Max Payne beat you with his arm. They've tried to do that at times already. And then the key players already you've seen do some nice things for the Bulldogs, who got a big 4th down. on the way right here. Lester tried to get him with the hard count. Nobody fooled. They're going to move the pocket from left to right. Peyton looking, firing, and Shane Knepp, Mr. Reliable. Another nice catch, moving the sticks.
Wow. That is great execution that time. Peyton Lester, beautiful throw, nice catch. You know, it is very difficult for, you know, in the high school game to get kids to execute pass plays on third down is very, and especially fourth down, is really difficult. Great job that time by quarterback and receiver.
Both now in their senior season. Such an excellent rapport. You can just tell these two. And here's the sophomore to Lauder. It's going to be planted, hit almost immediately by Lyons in the hole.
And we talked about their balance as an offense, and on display there, those last couple plays, they are dissecting this defense. They are trying to take advantage of however they line up. You know, one of the beauties of this new age, no huddle is so the coaches can get a look at how the defense is lining up. And basically it's based on what the defense shows you, whether we run, pass, which side we run to. So, you know, the game has evolved from those leather helmet days where we had a play called and you had to go with it no matter what.
Were those comfortable at least out on the field, Effie, those leather helmets? You don't have to comment on that.
Yeah, I won't.
I think we have an equipment issue with Cole DeLauder. Might have got his pants ripped or something. So it's an official timeout. They're going to allow him to get his act together.
How about that?
You don't always see this.
How about that for an equipment issue? You're running so hard you get your pants ripped. Sweet.
So DeLauder's going to have to sit out this play. Steinmetz in motion. And they'll just keep it on the ground. So the Dogs will tumble forward for about no gain on the play. And another tackle by Levi Lyons, junior middle linebacker, having an outstanding season in the middle of the defense for Danville. But that will take us to the end of the first quarter. We're all square in the Devil Dog game at 7 apiece.
First opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. As former alumni of East Knox, Mazza's would like to wish the Bulldogs good luck. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
While many things have changed over the past 100 years, we remain the only locally owned and operated community bank in Knox County. A bank of local people making local decisions. It's that concept that has awarded the People's Bank a 5-star superior rating for strength and stability with Bauer Financial Services for over 25 years. The People's Bank, serving you since 1920. Back here in Danville, East Knox knocking on the door. They've got a 3rd down and 7 to kick off the second quarter. High snaps taken. DeLauder hit high and low. Submarine there. Didn't pick up anything. And it'll be 4th down on the way for the Bulldogs. Brian Skronsky, Effie James with you here on the call for the Devil Dog game, 65th edition of this fantastic rivalry. Bulldogs looking for their 5th consecutive dub here in this head-to-head. Big 4th down. Lester lobs it to the back of the end zone. The adjustment is made by Knepp, but it's going to be pass interference. The defender never got his head around. That's Briar Boshart.
Wow.
And so the sophomore going to give the Bulldogs a 1st down.
Wow.
Here's another look.
Call. Tough call, and I think, you know, it's solid defense, and, you know, he is playing the receiver, there. He's not playing the ball. Wow, that is that's a tough one. That's a tough one because even with that, there still has to be some contact. And from our angle, I'm not sure if there was much contact. Doesn't look like it. And that's just a tough call, especially on 4th down. It
may still be 4th down. They might have to pull out a measurement here, Effie.
Well, it would have to be half the distance. That's true. But that wouldn't be an automatic 1st down?
Not at the high school level.
No, it's not. That's right. That is right.
Well, that was definitely an NFL style of flag thrown in there.
It was, wasn't it? Well, anymore, I used to think about it, and this is going to be a close one here. Just short.
Barely. Oh, wow. Barely short. See that replay one more time.
In the way defensive backs are being coached now, in the olden days, they used to be taught to turn and find the football. Now you're trying to read the eyes of the receiver, and, man, boy, it looks like he played that well to me. I don't know.
I think you're right. The timing was there.
Right,
the referee's
right.
all over it. Maybe there's a little bit more contact than you can tell from
possibly.
our vantage point, but at the same time, it didn't look like much.
I mean, he played that well. He put his hand up right when the receiver's eyes got big, and I think the ball hit him right on the back of the palm of his hand. I don't know if you can play it any better than that.
But come on, Effie, the benefit of the doubt always goes to the offensive player.
Absolutely, I get it.
Dogs need about 6 inches. Full house in the backfield. And they're going to toss it to Lauder. Turns it back inside, and he's going to trot his way into the end zone for another East Knox touchdown.
Nice run, and this is one of those times where I would say offensively you probably got a little bit cute with the outside run, but that is where the opening was, and one thing that this offense has been able to do is execute on 3rd and 4th down so far in this game. They've done a great job that time as well.
The extra point is good, so the Dogs extend their lead to 14-7 on this right here. The pitch to the outside, and then the vision of DeLauder to see that it was there. Get across the goal line as quick as you can. That's what he's able to do.
Well, DeLauder, for a sophomore, I'm really impressed with the way that he's able to put his foot in the ground and get upfield. A lot of times young guys try to beat you with their speed and outrun you to the sideline, but he has been able to – he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, he gets north and south, and he finishes runs. And for a 10th grader to be able to do that, that's just natural running ability. And kid's got a great future. And this offense, as we talked about before, giving them a short field is one thing, but getting them into a rhythm, I think, is what's more dangerous. And they are looking like they're getting into a rhythm here offensively.
Yeah, no question. They are clicking offensively. East Knox capitalizing on the short field, which we talked about it a little bit at the first quarter break. It's just such a gutsy move, Effie, that us old guys don't really like, just because even if you pick up the 1st down, you're 70 yards away from the end zone, whereas on the flip side of it, you set up your opponent in enemy territory and you see an offense as good as East Knox. I mean, they're going to capitalize.
Well, and you think about it, that series, the Blue Devil defense did not play that bad.
Sure.
They didn't play that bad, and you give them a full field to work with, could be a different outcome, but coulda, woulda, who knows what could happen in these games. So that's why they keep playing them.
Still a long way to go, 11:06 remaining in the second quarter. And the Blue Devil offense has shown the capabilities. Paying a true dual threat in every sense of the word. 600 passing yards, 650 rushing yards heading into tonight, and trying to do it with his legs this time, but brought down almost immediately. Caden Sloan, the senior.
Yeah, tough going that time for Payne. There was immediate penetration on the left side of the offensive line, and there was just nowhere to go. And, you know, you've got to be able – this is the type of offense that you've got to be able to loosen them up. And we talked about Colopy as a leading receiver in the league. He's got to get his hands on the football. He's got to get his hands on the football, loosen up this defense. That will open up some more things, some more options for the Blue Devil offense.
They're going to throw it to the outside, just over the outstretched hand of the defender, and it's going to end up a reception here by Byers. So Weckesser, I'm sorry, with the catch.
Nice ball, nice catch right there on the sideline. He bobbled it, but came up with the catch. But that was a huge, huge first down, only their second first down of the evening.
Weckesser splits out wide up top. Colopy down here to the near side. They're going to throw it to him. Great looking route, and he's got the catch.
And those are the type of plays that you want to have to get your quarterback relaxed and loosened up, and also loosen up this defense. Right now they are teeing off on the Blue Devil running game. Throw a couple short outs, especially on early downs. Now you got second and short, a lot more playbook to work with when you get good yardage on the early downs.
Caden averages about 5 catches per contest. This time they bring him in motion, run the opposite way. Payne gets across midfield. DeLauder caught him down low, keeping him short of first down yardage. Third down, 2 yards needed here for the Devils.
Right now, and even though it's the second quarter, this is a big third down for the Blue Devils. They really need to keep this drive going. And quarterback's been running well. They've been executing well on this drive, but this is a big play.
Dog's going to bring some pressure. The linebacker's going to get there. DeLauder brings him down in the backfield along with John Mazza.
That is a tough call. And I think the thinking is, hey, look, if you don't have anything, tuck it and run. But like you said, right away, DeLauder off the edge, he just pushed the defensive tackle back into the quarterback, and there was just nowhere to run.
It'll make it 4th down and 5 after the loss. And the Devils at least showing punt here. And they are going to kick it. Spiraling punt. Hits right at about the 20. And it's going to lay to rest inside the 15-yard line. So if you were going to go for it on 4th down, I thought maybe that might be a spot of the field. If you just need them 5 yards, they had shown that they could throw it to the outside, winning those one-on-one matchups.
Right. Yeah, and right there, and I think with the punt, you know, that's fine. You had to punt on 4th down that time. But the difference you can see now, your defense has a full field to work with. And now, like we said, they haven't been playing poorly. Now at least you got to force the Bulldogs to go the length of the field to score points. And that's what you got to do, put your defense in a position to be successful as your offense tries to get back on track. They did get a first down that last time.
Devils going to bring some pressure from the outside. Parker, wow. Great blitz pickup. Knepp dives and makes the catch for a pickup of 5. But what I'm impressed with, watch this protection. Wow, coming over Effie. I think that's the center right there.
Wow. And that is a one-handed grab, sir. That ball, that is a great – we're early in this game, but plays of the game, let's tag that one because that was an awesome catch. He made it look easy.
The block was made by Jacob Nybarger. Leading to DeLauder here on 2nd down, bursting ahead for first down yardage.
And DeLauder, again, runs behind his pads, and you are going to pay when you come in to tackle him inside the tackle. You're going to pay, and he runs well. He gets contacted, again, really close to the line of scrimmage, but runs well for a 7-yard pickup.
Lester from the gun, looking to the slot. Steinmetz catches a block to the perimeter, dives. Flag comes in.
Let's see. No, I don't think that was a flag on that one.
Oh, they fooled me again with
Yeah, it's some kids playing football over there.
Gotcha.
Caught a lot of things going on here tonight in Danville. I think it was a pig roast when I was coming by the.
Saw that too.
A lot of things going on here in Danville tonight.
Play action this time. The throw to the outside. Knepp accelerates, goes off his fingertips. Incompletion brings up third down.
And right now the Blue Devil defense has, they've been playing stout. They are not giving up the chunk yardage that we saw earlier, but defensively they played well this whole game, really. They've given up some big plays on third and fourth down, but overall this defense has played well, and we're looking here again, another big third down for the Bulldogs.
Lester looks left, play action, and now he throws it to Knepp after the fake. Shane Knepp with the stiff arm, and he's going to be upended after another huge gain. The senior wideout playing like a star here in the opening half.
Wow. Just a beautiful route and nice throw and catch. And you could tell, like you said earlier, the chemistry between these two is so evident. And that pass was just toss and catch. Looks like they've done that a million times.
Knepp with 32 receptions on the year, up over 600 yards now. DeLauder straight ahead for a pickup of 3 on first down.
And this tempo, you can start to see some of the Blue Devil defenders getting a little winded. This tempo does more than just gets a lot of plays off. It can wear down a defense, especially when you're throwing the ball, rushing the ball effectively. It can really wear down a defense after so many snaps.
Pressure comes. Lester has it batted down right in his face. Luke Halsinger got a paw on it.
Big play, bringing up another third down for the Bulldogs, who have really done exceptionally well on third down. They have really dialed up their focus and have executed on third and fourth down really well in the last couple drives. And it mostly has been on the arm of Peyton Lester in these late downs.
They've got Bonham to the outside, Knepp in the slot. Steinmetz lined up tight. Looking at Steinmetz all the way. Stays in bounds.
It's a little short. Another fourth down.
And with that throw, I think just a little bit too far out in front of Carson, so he had to go down to the turf, wasn't able to turn upfield. Or it looked like he had a lot of pasture.
Right.
Could have picked up the first down. Sure. Instead, it's going to make it 4th and 4. Knepp motions from left to right. Lester shimmies away. Now throws it. Wow, how about Carson all alone? Bulldogs convert again on 4th down.
Wow. Just a heartbreaker. And Peyton Lester, that's what you call manipulating the pocket right there. His man comes open, and, he plays 4th down. He's so comfortable in those late downs, and that's the mark of a really talented quarterback, when he is calm under pressure and those late downs come. And this whole offense, they just turn up their execution, and they execute really well on 4th down.
That's an observation that I've made of Peyton over the last couple of weeks. It just seems like he's hanging out on the lazy boy,
right.
Just nothing's really bothering him. When he's in that pocket, he owns it. Devil's going to own this play. First contact comes in from Lyons, no surprise, and then a couple of his buddies help take down DeLauder for a loss of 1.
And, this is, again, just got to be a defeating drive for – they've gotten the Bulldogs to 3rd down, I think looks like 3 times, 4th down a couple times on this drive. And they're playing solid defense, just not well enough to get off the field.
Lester with a pitch inside to Steinmetz. Nobody was fooled, especially not Tristan Gowdy.
Yeah, that's a huge loss and a big defensive play. And bringing up a 3rd and long, but that is what the Blue Devils needed at that point. At this point, looks like the Dogs were driving. They needed a big play. They got it. And right now with this 3rd and long, but again, like we talked about before, this is Peyton Lester's comfort zone. 3rd and long.
It's got to be 2-down territory from here. They're going to throw it to the outside. Steinmetz makes a move. Drug down right around the 10-yard line. And now I believe it's a goal-to-go situation. So for East Knox, do you try to kick a field goal here? Looks like they might.
Yeah, looks like they're going to bring on the field goal unit. And, I think I certainly agree with this call, already being up a score. You just want to get points on the board. And the Blue Devil defense, you got to take your hats off to them. They have not played great, but they've not played poorly either. And that was a miss. He missed it.
That one's going to sell wide, Effie. So the Blue Devil defense does their job. They're going to get off the field. And the Bulldogs coming up empty. Another
Big
look.
stop. Big stop by the Blue Devil defense. And, the kicking game is what it is, especially we talk about late October, a little chill in the air. Kicker's been sitting over there for quite a while. You don't know what you're going to get even from the best kicker. So, great defensive stand that time and a big play on 3rd down for the Blue Devil defense to get off the field.
Blue Devils with a big opportunity here. The ball back, 3.5 minutes to go. Here comes Caden Kalapi. Sandwich there. And Kalapi's got a decent gain across the 25.
Yeah, and Kalapi's got to get his hands on the football. They are, he is he's a difference maker for Danville, and he's got to, whether they got to hand it to him or throw it to him or toss it to him, some guys have just got to get touches in order to make their mark on the football game.
Bring him in motion, fake it to him this time. Here comes Payne left side. He's going to have enough to move the chains. So the clock stops with 2:50 showing as Max Payne cuts it inside for a 1st down.
That is big. That is only the 3rd 1st down of the night for Danville. And, those first 2 runs, were positive steps on this drive for the Blue Devils.
Payne wanted to pull the trigger deep, now will, and he has got an open receiver. Connecting with Briar Boshart inside of Bulldog territory.
And, we talked about Peyton Lester manipulating the pocket. How about Max Payne here? He takes a step back, really poised, evades the traffic, throws on the run, and this is a dime. Hits him right in the chest for a 1st down and a big pickup for the Blue Devils.
Kalapi sidesteps a man, falls forward to the 25-yard line, and the 1st downs just keep on coming. Caden with a nice move there in the hole.
And all of a sudden there's some life here for the Blue Devil offense. They have passed the ball well, run the ball well on this drive, and they've got a lot more pep on this offensive side.
Payne moves the pocket, rolling to the left, throwing that way. And this time in and out of the hands of 45. 2nd down.
I think that was a great play call, the right play call. They had Kalapi out in the flat. Tough throw rolling out to the left. But, it was there bringing up – it's going to bring up 2nd down. But, this offense, like we talked about, has some life now. And they're able to mix up the running pass now that they're not behind the sticks. And we can see what the weapons they have is. Max Payne is empty set right now.
Bring Caden in motion. He's got the give left side. Nice pursuit by the Bulldogs. Able to string them out. 6-yard pickup, 3rd down. And still plenty of time here for Danville. 90 seconds remaining. Caden comes in motion. They fake it to him. Max right into the teeth of the defense. Was able to churn forward. Going to get real close, but he's going to be knocked down shy.
And, you know, as you can see right now, everything is going, as we're going to get a timeout here by Danville, but everything right now has been going through Max Payne and Caden Colopy, and that's the right thing to do. Get your playmakers the ball in their hands and watch the offense move.
Tonight's high school football broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report. Thanks to our generous sponsors, Mazza's Restaurant in Mount Vernon. You can order online right now for pickup or delivery at mazzas.com or call Mazza's at 740-397-2076. The Killbuck Savings Bank, community banking. It's what we do. It's who we are every single day. By J&F Construction, building your future today. Design yours at jfconstruction.com. And Amato's wood-fired pizza and their incredible wood-fired wings. Pick up a pepperoni pizza for just $5 next Saturday for all kids who show up in costumes. I might get geared up for that, Effie.
Right.
$5.
There you go.
3 back set. And it's just Payne plowing his way forward. Dogs say they stopped him. Devils say they got it. Still no signal.
Well, that was a half of a signal. There it is.
So Payne does just enough.
Yeah, that was one of those. I don't think anybody actually seen it, but what the heck.
Yeah, sure.
Close enough.
Take your fancy first down. From the 15 now. Colopy trying to get to the outside. He catches a block, and he's going to barrel his way down to about the 3. I think that he thought that he had daylight into the end zone, but Moreland was able to come off of his block just in time.
Well, that was a dominating block. Number 18 for the Blue Devils. He made a dominating block downfield, which sprung the whole play. And again, you can see this offense has gotten more physical. Colopy with his hands on the football now has been a difference maker here in the second quarter.
But they're actually going to call holding here, Effie. Let's see if we can recognize it. I believe they called it on 34.
Yeah, they may have called it on 18, who actually it was a dominating block, maybe because he grabbed this guy and took him to the ground.
So they'll redo it all over again. First down. Payne to the end zone, puts it up, back corner, flag flies, incomplete. I think this will be pass interference or at least illegal contact. It's definitely going to go against the Bulldogs. And the coverage just a little bit too tight that time.
A little tight. And, it was a little tight, but still, I think it wasn't a blatant call, but I think a good call in that circumstance.
It's going to be holding against Moreland, and you see there he's got the back of the jersey, no question about it.
Right.
Stops the progress of the offensive player.
Yeah, that's a good call that time.
So the penalty yardage gets back to penalty yardage that was just lost. And Danville advances up to the 8-yard line now. First down again. Payne to the right, throwing into traffic. Moreland batted it down, incomplete. It was intended for Caden Colopy.
This is one of those plays. It's a pretty safe call. You get a rollout, and if there's nothing there, your quarterback can run the football. But, again, I like when you go to your playmaker. Try to get the ball in Colopy's hands. And he put it to where if he couldn't catch it, nobody could. I like the call on first down.
Because they can pick up a first, Effie, with a pickup of 3 inside of the 6. I believe there's some confusion about the football that should be placed out there. And now they've got the correct one has been identified. Payne looking left, scrambles right.
Whoa.
And puts his head down, goes forward for a first down.
Whoa.
Tough running.
That is tough running, great move. Evades the guy, then bulldozes the guy. You can call him a quarterback if you want to. I call him a football player. That is a physical run.
Early in the year, with a hurt throwing hand, he was relegated to basically playing tailback. That's why he's got over 120 carries on the year, approaching 700 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. But he's shown an ability, proven that he can be a dual threat, Effie.
Well,
6 touchdown passes on the season, has given it away 4 times, though, on INTs.
Well, and I think he's thrown the ball well enough tonight where defensively, when you see him get outside the pocket, you just can't attack him as a runner. He's thrown it well on the run where he's completed enough passes where you got to honor the pass as well as the run. So, like you said, dual threat in every sense of the word for Max Payne.
It's going to be first and goal. 17 seconds to go. Payne strung out to the outside, and he's going to be clipped right about the 2-yard line, and the clock continues to run.
This is going to be tight.
3, 2, 1. They do just get it off. Penalty flag is out, and the Bulldogs stacked them up anyways.
I think they're going to get a legal motion on Danville. Not everyone was set before they snapped that football.
And I believe that will end the half.
Boy, that's a tough one. Yeah. So now everybody here on the homestands is eyeballing the clock operator.
It is showing zeros. And that is going to
into the quarter.
Take us to the half with the Bulldogs leading 14-7. Exciting first couple of quarters of play. Plenty more action still to come, including our Mazza's halftime. We will show you performances by both of the bands. So keep it locked in here. Live and free high school football. The Devil Dog game will return in just a moment.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Mazza's Restaurant first opened its doors in 1939. Today, a new generation of the Mazza family keeps that tradition alive by offering a full lunch and dinner menu highlighted by house classics like lasagna, chicken parmesan, and the famous Mazza salad. Their new facility, located in Mount Vernon, also offers catering and banquet services. As former alumni of East Knox, Mazza's would like to wish the Bulldogs good luck. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and info and make Mazza's your new dining destination.
While many things have changed over the past 100 years, we remain the only locally owned and operated community bank in Knox County. A bank of local people making local decisions. It's that concept that has awarded the People's Bank a 5-star superior rating for strength and stability with Bauer Financial Services for over 25 years. The People's Bank, serving you since 1920.
Hi, this is Brock Ross from the Danville office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I want to wish the Danville Blue Devils all the best for a great season.
And this is Dee Scott from the Apple Valley office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I'm here to wish the East Knox Bulldogs an awesome season.
We may root for different teams, but we are together in our efforts to service the financial needs of our neighbors and friends in the Knox County area.
Supporting our community is even more important today. So contact me, Dee Scott, at the Apple Valley office.
Or me, Brock Ross, at Danville.
The Killbuck Savings Bank, your community partner, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Song, The Sound of Silence by the American music duo Simon and Garfunkel. The original acoustic version of the song was a commercial failure and led to the duo disbanding. However, a year later, the song was remixed, and the remixed version of the song hit #1. song, Painted Black by the Rolling Stones, written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. The song was released on May 7th, 1966, and was put in the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2018. We hope you've enjoyed our show. Thank you to all the parents, teachers, administration, and community members that have made this night possible. And remember, go Bulldogs!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field, led by drum majors Caitlin Banbury and Rain Adams, the Danville High School Marching Blue Devils! Tonight, we would like to take the time to honor our 5 seniors in the band. The seniors put their heads together and chose tonight's music, and they even wrote and taught tonight's drill. Their first piece tonight was one of their favorites, Runaway Baby. At this time, we'd like to recognize each of the seniors and their parents. Caitlin Banbury. Caitlin is escorted across the field by her parents, Angela Banbury Robinson and Jeff Shainfeld. She is a student at the Knox County Career Center where she has been focused on sports medicine and exercise science. Caitlin has participated in concert band, jazz band, and pep band, and is the senior field commander of the marching band this year. She has also volunteered with hospitality and has been a member of the JROTC Student Council and is a historian for the National Honor Society. She's a 3-year academic letterman and a mock trial letterman, and a 2-year band letterman. Caitlin's future plans are to attend Muskingum University or Ashland University to major in pre-physical therapy or exercise science. Thank you, Caitlin. Leandria Hood. Leandria is escorted by her parents, Deanna Chapman and Joshua Hood. She has participated in marching, concert, jazz, and pep bands, as well as the pit ensemble for our musicals. Leandria has been a part of the OMEA District 10 Honors Bands and the Knox County Honor Band. She has lettered in academics, marching band, and track. She also participates in volleyball and basketball, and is the vice president of the band council, vice president of the National Honor Society, and has been student council treasurer for the past 4 years. She plans to attend college to major in criminal justice, psychology, and minor in child psychology. Thank you, Leandria. Anthony O'Dew. Anthony is escorted by his mother, Cheryl O'Dew, and his sister, Emily O'Dew. He has been a member of the concert, marching, jazz, and pep bands, has performed in the Coshocton County Community Band, and has been a member of several OMEA District 10 and various other honor bands. Anthony has lettered in both band and academics. His future plans are to attend college where he will major in medical laboratory science. Thank you, Anthony. Maya Wend. Maya is escorted by her parents, Ross and Carla Wend. She has participated in concert band, color guard, and various theater companies and performance groups. She has earned her letter in choir, jazz choir, and tennis. Her future plans are to attend college to earn her doctorate in psychology and expand her education as far as she possibly can. Maya would like to continue to support her friends, family, and the people who have inspired her to come so far. She'd like to thank her parents, sister, her color guard coach, and the rest of the color guard team. And finally, Ash for always pushing her that extra 1% to never give up and for loving her when she couldn't love herself. Thank you, Maya. Andrew Workman. Drew is escorted onto the field by his parents, Stephen and Michelle Workman, and his sister, Jalen Workman. Drew has been a member of the concert, marching, and pep band, and is lettered in band and academics. He plans on getting a CDL and driving semi and staying close to work on the family farm. Thank you, Drew. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in the playing of the Danville High School alma mater. To conclude our senior show, we'll turn to another senior favorite, to the As we watch the twirlers twirl fire, this is the one by Ellie King and Will Levy with X's and O's. Please give it up one more time for the Danville High School Marching Blue Devils!
While many things have changed over the past 100 years, we remain the only locally owned and operated community bank in Knox County. A bank of local people making local decisions. It's that concept that has awarded the People's Bank a 5-star superior rating for strength and stability with Bauer Financial Services for over 25 years. The People's Bank, serving you since 1920.
This is Brock Ross from the Danville office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I want to wish the Danville Blue Devils all the best for a great season.
And this is Dee Scott from the Apple Valley office of the Killbuck Savings Bank, and I'm here to wish the East Knox Bulldogs an awesome season.
We may root for different teams, but we are together in our efforts to service the financial needs of our neighbors and friends in the Knox County area.
Supporting our community is even more important today. So contact me, Dee Scott, at the Apple Valley office.
Or me, Brock Ross, at Danville.
The Killbuck Savings Bank, your community partner, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's halftime here in Danville for the Devil Dog game, the 65th running between East Knox and the Devils, and after 2 quarters of action, it's EK on top, 14-7. Brian Skronsky, Effie James here with you on the call. And here's a look at the first half stats. You know, pretty even for the most part, Effie. The big play, of course, going for it on 4th down in their own territory. Right. Danville, we talked about it quite a bit, but overall, you know, pretty similar in a lot of regards other than Peyton Lester doing a little bit more in the passing game.
Right, and I think that second quarter when the Blue Devil offense really started to settle in and they had their running game, and Max Payne was able to complete a couple short passes, and that really got this offense in a rhythm, and they just literally ran out of time there in the second quarter. But they were playing well. The defense had settled in, got a stop the previous possession. So, this is a game that, literally, short of a, let's call it a aggressive go for it on fourth down early in the first quarter by Danville. It has been an evenly matched ball game and competitive as we thought it would be coming in.
No question about it. Anytime these two teams get together, it typically leads to a fun night. Most certainly, you always know that's going to happen, but usually a competitive game, as we saw last season, a 1-point differential, 7-6. It was a defensive type of contest, which we've seen some of that here tonight too. Both defenses have played well. It's just the Bulldogs been able to get it done on third and fourth down.
Oh, boy.
As Danville tries to catch East Knox off guard, but a good heads-up play by the Dogs to fall on top of that one. Jesse Wolford.
Yeah, I just don't know if I would want to be giving the Bulldog offense a short field. I've talked about how the Danville defense has held up. They've held up. They've bend but not break and all of that. But the short field is really not to their advantage at this point.
Lester and company from the 43-yard line. Changing the play. Got trips here to the near side. And they'll just pound it ahead with DeLauder. Able to be brought down by Weckesser. But another strong run by the sophomore DeLauder.
Yeah, and every time it seems like they catch him in that strong side blitz, and DeLauder just runs right behind that blitzing linebacker for a nice gain. And, again, off tackle, he runs hard through those short creases that offensive line is able to get.
Weckesser, the leading tackler on the team, racked up another one right there. As Lester is going to unload, go deep, far sideline, and the coverage was there. Weckesser locked up with Knepp.
Yeah, and Peyton Lester just let that one rip. He slipped. He actually slipped when he was trying to plant, but he just lets that one really rip. And, that's one of those plays where you're going to give your receiver a chance to make a play. If not, it's harmless. You come back, it's third and short. But that was kind of like a display of his arm strength there on second down.
From midfield, they motion Knepp, and they're going to run behind him. DeLauder puts his head down, barrels forward. He's got enough to move the chains.
DeLauder is a kid, and this entire East Knox offensive personnel, these kids you could tell they're in really good shape. DeLauder looks like he gets stronger as the game goes on, and Peyton Lester and these receivers are really operating at looks like top speed here.
Another fresh set. Devils bring the heat. Quick pass to the outside as the Steinmetz is able to pick up a couple.
And I like the way the Danville defense they're really rallying to the football. Any short passes, any swing passes, things like that, they are rallying to the football and keeping what could be really big gains, keeping them short. They've been really decent with their tackling in the open field. So they're playing solid right now. And, again, they're trying to keep this Blue Devil or this Bulldog attack behind the sticks.
This time wide open is Moreland. Must have ran a crisp route up top.